Today I'm going to be going over something that I think will be super useful for all you product photographers and product videographers out there. This is my top 5 things that I cannot live without in product photography and videography. And then I also have maybe one more bonus one to show you at the end. Number 1 are these clear acrylic rods. I use these on almost every single product photography shoot that I do. And the reason why is because they're extremely easy to edit out of the photos or the video. And why do I say that? It's because they're clear. It doesn't cast as harsh of shadows. They're easy to wrap around with maybe green tape or some blue tape, or if you want to chroma key them out. It's just a really useful tool to have on hand if you need to have something elevated or you want something to be floating or whatever the case may be. You can tape it onto the end of one of these. You can either wrap it in tape or keep it as is if it's a photo, and then you can edit out later. Super helpful. I definitely recommend this. Number 2 is one of these types of spray bottles. Now, this is obviously much more for like a drink photography or beverage or something along those lines if you're making cocktail drinks, but this is great for condensation. Anytime that I do a shoot that involves some type of liquid, I usually have one of these on hand. Now, I like this one because it has a few different settings. It's able to do a mist or a stream. I usually stick to the mist side of it and able to, cause that little bit of condensation just by giving it a little squirt. But this helps you get that really high-end look for all your drinks, makes them look really refreshing and hydrating and desirable. So if you don't have one of these, they're super cheap. I'd get one of these bottles immediately. Also kind of goes in line with the spray bottle, but it's these guys. This is not a real syringe. This is a dulled one that just has a little bit of a point to it, if you can see that closely. This doesn't have a point to it, but what it does allow is for that precise precision when it comes to creating condensation, or if you're doing anything with maybe paint, or you want to create something with water, it does come in handy more than you think. And it's one of those things that if you have it, it'll help you in a pinch when you need it. It's not something you'll have with you every single time, but I do reach for this more often than not. And then the same thing goes with this little dropper. Now, this is also really good for those little precise moments of condensation, but if you want to create little water droplets or something that goes right over the label in slow motion, this is super handy. It allows you to be a lot more detailed with your shot. I get one of these. Next, we have the Lazy Susan turntable. This one is a must for product videography. Not so much in product photography, but I'm not kidding, 90% at least of all my product videos, I have this. It comes in handy all the time. Any shot that I have, like, oh, I wish I could just add a little bit more to it, this. Throw it on here. This one is powered, so once it's plugged in, you can have it turn on, rotate one way, turn around the other way. The thing I like about this one is that it has a light right in the center to let me know where the exact center is. Some of those out there are just big round discs. Yeah, those will still work, but it's just harder to find center. So this allows me to find center a lot easier. So when you're spinning objects around, it's not doing a weeble wobble around that just, throws things off. Your focus gets messed up. I recommend something like this. Finally, the 5th item is the macro lens. The macro lens is another absolute must in product video and product photo. This allows for interesting angles and a perspective that just, your normal 24-70, a 50 millimeter. Now I use those quite a bit on all my shoots, probably every single shoot, but this is gonna make it stand out above the rest of those product videos or photos out there, is that you're able to get ultra close and detailed, make things look nice and sexy. It also adds a new shot to your list. So if you're doing a product photo, set it up, you have a good styling, the condensation looks right, and then you take your photo and the client's happy with it, then you throw this bad boy on there, boom, now you got 2 photos, same setup. The amount of effort that it takes on set is really not that big of a difference, but you're gonna make your client even happier because now we got a different angle, a different shot. So recommend this. For all of you wondering, this is the Sony G-Series 90mm macro lens. And one more bonus. This is a very nice to have. I almost wanted to make it the 6 things that I would include on any product video or photo, but I decided not to because 5 was honestly catchier. But this one is another really big one for me to have on both of my shoots for video or photo, and it's a little duster. You can hear that. When you're shooting product photography or video, it accumulates dust. It just is gonna happen no matter how well you clean surfaces, especially if you ever use like plexiglass, pain in the ass when it just gets dust on there and you have to keep on wiping, and then you create a smudge or a smear. Having something like this just to blow off that excess dust or dirt or whatever it might be is very handy. Now I like this one because it does come in like 4 different power modes that allows you to give, you know, strong wind or lighter wind based on if you need, you know, to be more delicate with your setup, or you can be a little bit more aggressive with it and really give it a good clean. So this one, a winner in my book, and if you can, get one of these as well. All right, and that's all there is for today. I just want to give you a brief look at what I would absolutely go to any product photo or video shoot with. These are my go-tos. I'll put links for all of these down below in the description so that you can easily find them, or you find something similar. There you go, guys. All right, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Peace.